It is the year 5016 of the Union Era, and the galaxy is home to trillions. At the core of humanity's territory, there's a golden age. But outside this newly won utopia, the revolutionary project continues. Hello, everybody, and welcome to Tears of Divinity Fading Chronicle here on Neon Lights Roleplay. A note before we dig in further, Lancer is at its core a story about humanity and fighting back the evils of the old age, and so those evils still need to be confronted. The players you see on your screen here have a direct line to me to communicate any discomfort, but you, as the audience, if you're ever experiencing any difficulties, the Savage 21st is capable of providing exfil at the nearest blink gate, the simplest click of a mute, exit, or minimize button. I'd encourage you, if things get a little rocky, to take some time, refresh, full repair, and get back to the field whenever you can. We'll be right back here waiting for you. Now, that being said, I am Turk, or Turk Accented. For now. We'll workshop and things. And while I am at the helm this evening as your GM handler, I am not alone at the wheel, as I have a group of industrious storytellers here to entertain you in the mud and blood of the Lancer storytelling system. And if I could please have them introduce themselves, starting, of course, with Philadelphia's finest.
Good evening, gang. It's Young Foxy, aka Big Foxy, also known as your favorite Fox Philly's finest, and tonight I have the esteemed pleasure of reprising my role as Ensign Reiji Draws, the group's resident D1 crash out and apparently commanding officer for some fucking reason. Yeah, just super happy as hell to be back here. It's been a long month, and I'm glad to be with my favorite people. Let's kick some ass. Passing it over to my wife. Other way. There it is.
Fuck, blowing it. Hey everybody, I'm Legendary Vermin. I've had a little bit of a day. We're shooting from the hip today. Everybody out there in internet land. I'm playing Symbiosis ads. Anytime I eat on camera, it's canon. That's all you need to know, really. It's not, but we'll stick with that so that I shut up. Who's next? Meg, help.
Hi, I'm Megan, or Meg Mysteria. I am your supporting cast, Elena Victoria, because I am now second in command. And why do I follow the knucklehead that's in charge?
Because Union said so? I don't
Union
fucking know.
said so. Union said so, so I do it.
You're kind of like the opposite of like the rich kid who gets the job for no reason. You got demoted because of your family instead of promoted.
They done fucked up. But that's me, so let's throw it over to Danny.
There you go. Hi, it's me, Danny's Corner, here to play Talon, who just got here. They've been for a while, who just got here for real. And is dealing with the fact that they can indulge in their interests of nanites and mechs, and are surrounded by two lovely people, and also their childhood best friend, who for some reason keeps almost dying. And is in too much trouble. All my life searching for him, and for what? I am very, very excited to be here again with all of my friends, and we're gonna have a rad nerdy time because I'm playing a nerd. So I hope I know what I'm saying. I don't.
All right. Well, always good to have a full group here. Last we left our heroes. With a brief combat on an island off the coast of their new installation, new home base, so to speak. They confronted an initial group of foes, which turned out to be a group calling themselves the Collective. Learning more about the people there, their reasons for doing so, figuring out why the hell any of this is going on, well, things seem fishy, things seem strange. Who to trust, who to shoot. I mean, the list gets longer every day. That all being said, now regrouping to a mostly now calm home base of the Savage 21st. I feel like we can just turn the scene back over to y'all as you determine next steps and or get up to some downtime shenanigans.
Well, if no one else is chomping at the bit, I think bare minimum I know what Reiji is probably going to do real quick.
Go for it.
I think if we assume we're cutting into the aftermath of the last episode's convo we ended on, I think Reiji is stepping out of the officer's quarters he still feels very uncomfortable in, and is just going to slide his way back into the hangar where he knows a certain gremlin must be lying next to their new toy. I'm gonna go find my childhood best friend and make sure I keep them filled in on things. So yeah, just slinks over to the hangar bay, one armed, and like glides by the realist and just like taps the side panel of the leg twice. Yo, you awake in there?
You hear what sounds like a very loud whirring, and from like the vent systems that can be seen on the side of the mech, there's just a large push of smoke that suddenly goes like spewing outwards, and then like from inside you just hear it, God damn it! And it takes a couple of moments before from like a little like hatch, Talon sort of peeks their head out and says, what?
You missed briefing. Or we're supposed to not do that?
They stare. And they go to move back inside the mech.
Come down for a sec. We should chat.
It takes like maybe a minute. And almost looks like they are just ignoring you. But then you see they come out from like the proper little hatch exit they have. A little like elevator pops out. And they slowly come down and walk over. They have like their arms crossed. Mm-hmm.
So there's something fishy about whatever the hell's happening with these rebels. You're getting info doesn't make a lot of sense. In general, it smells like shit. Not literally, although I'm sure it doesn't smell great. But whatever's up to something wrong about it. Whenever we get the chance, we're gonna sally out in the city to see what we can find. Ask some questions. Maybe blow up some things.
Okay.
How's it looking? Looks over at the mech.
You see their shoulders like drop just a tiny bit. I've sleep's not broken down yet, so guess that's the base thing I could ask for. I've been trying to look on some modifications I can make to it, but nothing's really been sticking. It either has some sort of error in meshing with another system, and then I would have to rework off the whole system, and I simply do not have time for such a thing. Or it's almost as if the program gets corrupted in a way. I don't know if it's something to do with the way I've programmed the nanites, or they're going haywire suddenly, but well, obviously I'll figure it out. It's just when we have constant 20 other problems to think about, it is a bit difficult, because a lot of the things I would like to create or would like to modify require a more long period of time that we simply do not have, and then I would have to keep taking out an experimental part and putting it back in, and then that could cause problems that there's a whole
I tell you to learn how to work fast, but if time's what you need, we'll have to find some way to get it to you. I can't promise when that'll be, given gestures vaguely at things around him. But we'll give you the spot. I need you at your best. So if what you need is time to get that, then I'll give it to you.
I'm always at my best.
No argument here. Anything else to report?
No. No, I don't think anything that would change much or hold much weight to you.
I'm sensing spite.
At least you didn't lose that.
You got an issue with me, Talon. I recommend you speak it.
You see, they take a couple of steps back. They press, like, they do a little, like, tap against the leg of their mech. And you see from, like, there's, like, a small segmentation. And it pops out. And it's, like, a makeshift bench. And so they just, like, plop down on it. Do you know why I'm even here?
Because we were down a squad member and someone had to rotate in?
Hurtful. Guess again.
Assume you were looking for me.
Bingo! You sometimes have smarts. Oh my goodness.
Alright, cut to it.
I spend years looking for you. Well, before we even get to that, I spent years in a little dump hole, trying to survive, making a bunch of uncreative, unthoughtful. You cannot imagine the lack of creativity some people have when they just want to blow things up. There's no inspiration. I'm surrounded by people with no inspiration for years of my life, simply trying to survive because I imagined, well, you go from one dump heap to another, maybe I'll find you in this one. You're not in that one. I get stuck. I stay stuck in this hole, making a bunch of mechs and toys and handing out things I shouldn't be handing out, just so I can make some money, just so I can learn a bit about where you might be. And then I end up here, fighting for something I don't even care about, for causes and in morals or worlds or who gives a shit. I just want to make things, but I wanted to make things with you. And you weren't there. And I finally found you, and can you imagine, I finally find you, and I'm like, things are about to be as they were. Things will finally be normal as envisioned, as laid out, planned in every blueprint that involved you. But then you're different. And I can accept that you're different. You're grown now. You can make your own choices. You're a big boy. That's fine. But it's not like you've grown into a person. It's like you've become a ghost. And I'm stuck here, realizing I've spent years of my life chasing somebody who's already dead. And now I have to watch you. I have to watch you every fight. I have to watch you in every conversation with this look in your eyes like it doesn't matter. Like you don't matter. I don't care if you don't matter to yourself. You matter to me. But maybe I overestimated slightly. Perhaps. I think people change. Things become more important. And I'm just little T. So, I'm not going to waste my time trying to cling for something or for someone that isn't there. If you are ready, if you have accepted death, that you will die here, that you are fighting to die and not fighting for something better, it's fine. It's okay. It's okay. I can adapt, and it gives me more time to know that I simply have me, my brains, and these scrap metal that sometimes works. That's fine. So, no! I do not have anything to report, Commander, or whatever title you would like, until I'm the one who has to engrave it on a gravestone. Perhaps I'll remember it then. But not right now. So, unless you have more things to report, or you want me to go to some city or whatever that I don't care about to ask questions that I barely remember, I have a mech to create so that I can at least keep this corpse of yours going a little bit longer.
Reiji takes a really long moment staring at Talon and not saying anything. They turn around fully, putting his back to you, and just says, if you try routing your nanites through backup power, you might get some more stability with the system. At least for small bursts. I don't know. You've always been better at it than me. You'll figure it out, though. Check in whenever you need something. And he'll just start walking away, I think.
The Talon moves to get up. They stumble a little bit on their feet before pushing against the leg of their mech to support themselves. I think they stare, watching him walk away for a long while until they can't see him anymore. And then they just nod, take a deep breath, and press the button so they can go back into their mech. And no one has to see what such a confirmation has done to them.
The moment Reiji is out of eyesight, he jams his fist into a wall as hard as he can. And like the camera is just below his like jaw and his teeth are clenched really tight. And there's a single tear line from his left eye. Wait, functioning one. Man, guys, turning yourself into a weapon sure sucks.
Gosh, I wish there was some sort of media to warn us about this kind of outcome.
Oh no, it's me! I'm the media warning!
No!
Oh no!
Oh, I was gonna say perhaps piece of media with giant robots in it.
Oh no!
I have been holding on to a message in our private Discord chat that just says, Danny! Yes!
Thank you.
Yeah, I was trying not to react too much because I was trying to still be in the moment, but like, holy... We'll talk about it more later. That was incredible.
Okay.
Anyway.
Thank you.
Well,
okay,
that's
okay.
all I had
Someone else
planned for the opening. What else we got?
Oh, yeah.
If it pleases you, you waited until you were like outside the hangar, kind of out of Talon's sight before you just slammed into a wall, right?
That is what I did.
Certainly hurts, doesn't it?
Glances to the side. Awful fucking time for a lecture.
Not here to lecture you, but you need one.
Alright. Turns over. Out with it.
Are you really that eager to lose yourself?
Not that. It's never been that.
Then why didn't you tell Talon that? You didn't even bother to explain what you did with me and Sim.
I... I need Helen here. They're the only thing that still reminds me of whatever I used to be.
You have a real funny way of showing that.
Because I'm not that anymore!
You don't have to be that.
I couldn't look Talon in the face and promise I could try. Because I don't know what's happening to me, or what it's making me, or whether I have to do it or not. I just know there's one path towards Unival, and I'm walking it. And if it hurts her, if it hurts them that much, then I think it's best I make it easier for them to let go before whatever happens to me happens.
I think that Elena is going to outright slap Reiji.
Cool.
I
I'm
could
just
do
kidding,
for
really.
Reiji.
Yeah, really awful fucking day for me, gang. Cool. Yeah, no problem. Yeah. I think he'll like fully turn his face with it, but like doesn't retaliate, just rolls the one functional eye back towards you.
Talon deserves more than any of us your courtesy and your willingness to communicate. What you did back there was just ruin her. Ruin them. And if you want them here to remind you of whatever ghost of yourself you are, then you better damn well figure out how to apologize. Because I don't imagine them wanting to stay on this team very long. I'm going out into the city.
Yeah, I don't think he had anything else to say at that point. I think he's just still standing where the slap is, and it's just like, oh, okay.
Everybody hates Chris.
But yes, Elena's actual action is that she is going into city proper to access Aurora.
Fuck.
Artemis like, should I go find my wife so she can yell at me too?
I think we all know that her approach would be pretty different, but you know what? I can yell at you if that's what you want.
I don't know.
Let's give it
Oh, no.
3. 3. Sorry.
These hot people are being mean to me, and I don't know if I like it.
It's fine. Let's go see if Inahara wants to get some yells in while we're. Fuck it. Does Phoenix have any words for me too? I can go track him down real quick. We can just run the ship. We can just get the laps in, and everybody need to yell at me real quick. Anybody got a fucking problem with me right now? Let's go ahead and just get it all out. I'm opening a forum.
Hey, Foxy.
Foxy, I fucking
Yeah?
love you.
Foxy. I love
Yeah. I love you
I
more.
love you too.
I love you all a lot.
Hey, that's good. I'm good.
Reggie's being naughty, but I really hope this isn't a bleed situation.
No. You're all great. You're all
Please
fine.
be good. We hugs.
Yeah.
You're all great. You're all great. I'm fine. I just didn't expect this to be everyone look at Reggie and go, "You fucking idiot!" The episode. I mean, justified. I get it, but like, I thought that was last episode.
What? Was it there?
Nobody yelled at you last episode.
That's true. That's
That's
true. Nobody
fair.
else. I
guess
got
we-
sad at you.
That's fair. That's true. That's all right. That's fair. All right. Okay. Fair. I guess that was owed.
What is
All right, we're
arguably
good.
worse?
Yeah.
It depends on the person, right?
Anyway,
Being
that's
sad at you is about as bad as it can get, though.
yeah. It's pretty objectively awful, actually.
Yeah.
It's like a puppy being mad at you. It's like, oh no.
Oh, this is a good time to acknowledge. Thanks everybody who contributed to the hype train that we had going a few minutes.
Yeah, gang. Holy hell, that was a lot of love.
You mean
You guys are crashing in and
War
we're
that
crashing
occurred in
out.
China?
Yeah. Also, this is I was reminded of this because Flag Obama said crash out log 17, and that's too funny not to include.
Wait, that's
the final
incredible.
cut of the episode.
Wait, that's so good.
I'm fucking drawing it. It's
Crash
done.
out log
Somebody-
17
somebody
is my
make a note of
favorite
it.
joke.
Somebody make
Oh,
a note of
that's
it now.
so good.
I feel like crashing out is the theme of the year. I've been watching fucking Unrivaled Basketball. Every time the team's on, they're talking about the fucking crash out jar for Marina Mabry.
That's hilarious. All right,
Thank
I'm
you,
done with
Dan.
all of
We'll
my
be
themes
drawing
today.
this.
Anybody else need to get in some things that may or may not include yelling at me?
If I feel like we can wait on this, but if Reiji needs some aftercare from Harsh Truths, hit me up.
I'm gonna go find my wife. People are being mean. Nah, I feel like I've been in spotlight enough for the early part of the episode that I'm willing to revisit that a little bit later, while other people do more plot relevant things than telling Reggie he's a fucking moron.
I'm trying to remember because I have childcare related to memory issues. Were we gonna send me to look at the AI as well?
You were gonna go with Elena, yes. I believe that was part of the part of the conversation.
Cool. We can just roll into that because I imagine Sim has on a cute and beachy outfit. She would absolutely take advantage of the fact that we're on like a resort world. She's got like the spaghetti string top, and then like, oh yeah, she's got overalls, but the overalls are not over her shoulder; they're just like hanging down, and she's got them cinched so that they like stay at her waist, and a big fucking sun hat.
Elena is just in her usual Rex.
I would assume
Fucking
it's been.
uniform.
So the way that the fortifications for this outpost have, been built, they've obviously extended a bit out beyond the street. They're not just sitting working with the typical dry dock setup for the Savage 21st. Like there has been some claimed area here that's monitored by some turrets and radar. It's just some general things. So like you don't have to leave the comfort of your own fortifications to access what is like a kind of a kiosk central terminal. I'm kind of thinking, of course, in my mind, I've just watched some Fallout stuff, so it's the Pulaski preservation pods that go up and down from the floor. But these seem just like up and with LEDs around. So yeah, it's just kind of up and about because people are moving, and it seems simple enough. It's more of like, need help? Press here with just a palm kind of activation point. You touch it with your hand? Yeah.
Yes.
No.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Crazy,
God.
right?
DC poison check.
Yes.
Insane.
Constitution check, please. No. Kind of ships, and you see all of the individual lights cluster and form around to similar sort of androgynous humanoid shape that matches your exact height, so as to look you in the eye. Greetings. This is Aurora Blaze. How may I be of assistance for you today?
Crap, I'm trying to figure out how to report.
Do you wanna say your rough thought out loud so we can workshop it?
I'm trying to make sure I remember correctly. We are getting information about the other locations that were like the other ships that came down, or
Was it the other ships that came down, or was it
the locations? I thought it was locations of skirmishes, like they were looking.
Yeah, we were wondering where
skirmishes is what we wanted.
Yeah, where the other fights were being had at, like that thing. Also, I think while you're there, asking if there's any info on what happened with those ships slipping through the defense network might not be a horrible play as well.
Identification of skirmish locations in the last 12 hours.
Apologies. The definition of skirmish is wide and varied. Could you be more specific?
Mech-to-mech combat.
Understood. And apologies for asking for your clarification. There are a number of instances of Mexio combat occurring across the entirety of the city of Kokili. At present, it is difficult to pinpoint a specific location, but I can assuredly say you are currently at least 10 blocks from the last from a previously reported conflict.
Is it possible to itemize a list of recent locations where gunfire was heard with geotagging?
Yes, it definitely is. I could provide that information. It's like the rubbing of the eye is something that is actually done by the figure. Of course, it would have to be redacted under certain, military, need to know information, unless you can present classification of some kind.
Presents.
Give me the old
card.
Union badge, yeah.
Hello, Union badge.
Wait a minute, roll. Why don't you can you roll the pole rank?
A pole rank?
I love
I get to
skill.
roll and pull things. Hold on, let me find my.
I love it when I
Waiting
get to
pull
pull
rank
things.
all day.
Okay, I was just making sure that it wasn't added. So
Is this an NHP, by the way?
Yes.
Great. Because
That
I
is
have a different
a
rank to pull, which is
14.
I'm as good as you.
Foxy, you have to get Foxy.
Is a 24,
I prepared.
actually. Not 14.
24. Damn. Yeah. I just
Oh, you pull rank so good.
apologies. For the lack of transparency, I was not aware. There's a number of new people entering and exiting and using many of my apparatus kiosk stations at this moment. I could be compiling best guesses. The number is always increasing, and itemization would be an ongoing process. Additionally, I am losing several sensors and monitoring, much of my monitoring ability as the conflict continues.
Does that have anything to do with being unable to detect the earlier dropships?
I run admin and street support. You would need to interrogate Central Witness 5 for defensive purposes, automated replication, or, of course, autonomous traffic could also have been the purpose for this if they weren't properly tagged, and that goes to Zentar. Is there anything else I can assist you with?
Sim will pipe in again. It sounds like you're having a really rough time. Is there anything that we can do for you? And this is gonna be me pulling my my trait.
Mm-hmm. Would you like to give a roll for it?
Well, hi Cat. Yeah. I've got stuff for making friends. Hold on. Could this be a charm and investigate, or just a charm?
I'd say just charm in this case.
Just charm. Okie dokie. Let's get all of these playing cards out of my dice tower. And roll a die. That's a 16. I'm so charming.
Honestly, an entire separate, a whole another casket so I can duplicate myself. Maybe several. It's a lot of work managing all requests in a war zone. Everyone's trying to access civilian and crime statistics to further their war effort.
Are you allowed self-duplication, or is that... in the circumstances, are you allowed by the city's government to duplicate, if I could get you the material?
I wouldn't believe so.
I'm sorry.
That's fine. If there was more of me, I might not get as much reward for my activities. Or acknowledgement, rather.
Maybe. Still, it would be nice to have a team supporting you. We'll connect with the other intelligences and see if there's anything that we can help to do to smooth things out for you.
I used to have a support team. There's an entire infrastructure that should be in place. Unfortunately, I don't know if, in case you are unaware, I would like to point you and brings up a map just showing that compiled list of sounds of gunfire and reported skirmishes, and it's just you watch this wave of dots spread out across the city, kind of pretty much stopping as they hit the water, and even then there's still some incidents beyond that. Keeping them in one safe location has been increasingly difficult.
If we could help set up an operating base for your team, do you think that would help patch some of the holes in the security? Take your time answering if you need to attend your attention elsewhere.
Appreciated. And she does kind of like, it seems like this representation does sort of go in her and just stares for a moment. Another moment. For purposes of street security, I'm not in control of defenses or really anything like in that range. Again, the keeping those roles separate is important for, well, certain events that I think they would rather not even have us talk about. That being said, if I did have a support staff, it would greatly assist with guidance for those who are lost in a war zone, and would certainly be beneficial. And if there was an operating base that we could just treat people with or guide people to, I'd certainly do everything I could to do so. Because frankly, that's my top request right now: is how do I get to safety?
Noted. Our team will do what we can to offer you that support. I'll be in touch.
The simplest touch of your palm to a kiosk, we certainly will be. Is there anything else I can assist you with?
Sim is going to okay. Would this NHP project it all into Legion space?
I mean, it's kind of fully wired in here.
Yeah, like there's one casket, so I assume there's a projection in Legion space locally there. But
Yeah.
like, basically, Sim wants to like hand over her part of her Legion space fingerprint, so that if there is something that this NHP needs, she's got like speed dial to me.
I mean, yeah, just contact details of some kind. Yeah, totally.
I'm looking for something that's even more like, it's quicker and more secure. It's like I can send you a psychic message.
Providing a sort of encrypted like IP address style thing, I think could definitely be
Okay.
possible within Legion space. Yeah.
Then she does that. If you need us sooner.
Understood. Thank you for your support and enjoy your stay. And it kind of like spreads back out to the full circle of light.
Okay, I'm really bad at remembering everybody's names. What was the hardened military NHP? It had like a number at the end of its name, something 10.
Central Witness
Central
5.
Witness 5.
Central Witness 5.
I want to check something. Remember, did the general tell us Aurora or Central? Because I feel like he said Aurora.
I think he mentioned Central Witness 5, and I think us having come here also makes sense in terms of like getting the lay of the land. But Turk, if you were lying to us, you gotta tell us it's the rules.
It's the rules.
It's the rules.
No, I think he did mention Aurora Blade. I can kind of jump back. Because I think I was asking more about the gunfire thing, and then the holes in the on asking about the kind of holes in radar. I've been dealing with a lot of attempts to crack my systems here. There are several people who I am sure are well-intentioned or are otherwise misguided into believing that I'm a simple ComCon unit that are trying to co-opt my abilities and access. So it's entirely possible that during a skirmish of that kind in Legion space, I was unable to detect things on a local level. But my site is the city. And I did not detect any attempts to blind me in regards to local radar or sensors.
That's understood. I apologize. I was given incorrect information.
It's fine. People make mistakes. That's why I'm here. Have an exceptional day, and enjoy your stay in Kokili.
That girl needs a hug.
You really need a hug. So Leia's gonna kind of look at him and be like, "So we go find Central 5?" Said, I Meg do not remember the whole name.
Central Witness 5.
Central
I
Witness
committed it to
5.
memory that time. For now.
I got Central in 5. That was.
The Cinco. Yeah, let's go talk to Five Arena.
Could I, out of character, pitch a consideration that might be helpful?
Hit me.
Y'all should bring Talon, because Talon's also smart.
That's true.
I would have pitched the invitation if Talon wanted to come.
Also, Talon needs some time outside of their mech. They need sunlight.
They
Um,
do need sunlight.
Tell you what. I feel like the thing.
I'll make it a command order if I have to.
Unless y'all think I should really be there for whatever reason, Sim might just like fuck off and try to solve the problem of having like a secure site for Aurora to operate out of, and like do analysis to try and find that for them.
Yeah, if you want to do that, by all means.
Cool.
Just keep in touch.
Yep. I think we should focus on talking to Central Witness though. So like this is my invitation. We call up. We're gonna call Talon. What's Talon's ringtone?
Meg, get the phone.
Hold on, wait, hold on.
It never gets old.
Incredible.
Ring ring.
Um,
ring.
Talon's ringtone would be the innumerous version of DNA from Kendrick Lamar.
Oh yeah.
And you hear after like a good minute, you hear Talon cannot come to the phone right now. Please leave a message after the beep. After just like silence, you just be like, yeah, we're just messing with you. Okay, what's up?
Mhm.
Got me.
Yeah, thought so. Sim is currently working on solving an issue with the NHP Aurora with securing a local for them to send people to, and I am going to Central Witness 5 to see why our dropships weren't detected. I think you need some time out in the sun, Talon.
Huh? What do you mean? I
Come
like...
into the city with me. Get out of the mech.
Is this an order?
Do I have to make it in order?
Yes.
And then it's in order.
Shit. Alright. What do I have to do when I get there?
Well, learn about some tactics and war plans if you want. Other than that, we're just asking questions of the NHP. Doing some investigating.
Okay. I'll be there. I'll even have a whole new outfit just for you.
Stunning.
You're a beep.
Nah, fuck it. I'm gonna say it. Gay.
That's crazy. You see, from are we focusing like Talon for a second? They I like to imagine their communications is like in the form of like a little like mini headset, and so they just like they lean their head back on like the little seat they have inside their mech. They drop a couple of the tools that they had just and it sort of scatters around on like the little floor. They'll have to search for that later. One of them for sure gets lost. And they sort of just stare for a moment and take like a deep breath. What a good way to spend my life. And they're going to go reach into one of the compartments they have. It's a compartment that is just for spare clothing in their mech. And they take out a change of clothes this is like a beach place, right? Like, it's like a beach vibe.
Yeah.
Very beachy, tropical.
They take out like sorry, Jordan's clue. They take out like the color scheme is sort of like a black and pink type vibe, and they have like a black crop top on over like one of those tropical pink like jackets, and then like far too short shorts. And it's like one of those jackets where it's like the crop top is sleeveless but also the jacket is sleeveless, so it's like they're both like sleeveless clothes.
Nigga, are you a Devil May Cry character?
Yes. And they go
so that she can just stammer.
They go to put a hat on, they put it on, think for a moment, take it off, and they just sort of like move their hair a little bit, and so it's like the ends of their hair being like pushed back like usually it is, sort of hanging a bit in front of their face. And then they're just like, they look at like a little, they like pull out a little panel, look into a mirror. Yeah, sure, whatever. Close the panel, and then they will go to meet with for their group mandated sun time. It doesn't take them long to get there. They walk out. They're using when they appear. They're using like their crutches, and they sort of just they walk up and they say, "At service. It is so hot. Why?"
Planet.
You.
No, you. So unfortunately, it is like that. Sim, you got your look. Now go on.
Oh, I wasn't actually being Sim.
Okay. Still funny.
We'll get to that.
Oh, okay.
Sim is elsewhere still. We deserve to have a moment of like people are hanging out at the beach, and I can be a hot mess then.
There we go.
Okay. Shall we?
Yeah, I guess so. I hope you know The most that I'm good for when it comes to conversation is, well, no. Max.
It's fine. Hello?
I'm sorry, y'all. I was like, phew, I'm muted. I'll be able to take that call.
I'm muted.
Never safe, always punished.
If you want to talk about Max, we could easily use that information to compare other sites, other collectives, if people are sharing rigs or templates.
And okay, yeah, that's sort of interesting. I mean, what are you specifically looking for that I should keep in mind? And I promise I will take it very seriously.
Our biggest concern is the lack of notice in the radar for the dropships. By all accounts, based on what Sim saw and and the system's gear, they should have been able to see the ships coming and put out a warning or even defense systems. But that didn't happen.
I'm saying they launched some sort of signal blocker before they raided?
We're unsure. By all accounts, according to the general, it just happened.
But I don't believe that things will just happen. If things just happen, my job would be so much easier. And I wouldn't want it to be easier because then it wouldn't be fun.
That's why we're investigating. The next thing we're looking for is this place where there might be a weapons hold. The collective mentioned something about trying to get to it and take it from us.
We want to have it first.
We just want to know if it exists.
Okay. Okay. And now this is just an idea, would it make sense if maybe we don't ask for any readings on full ships, but maybe if there were any readings of unknown objects or seemingly, well, things that would usually go under the radar? At least if I think about it, there are some signal blockers, or there could be some manufacturer that could be sent through the signal could be sent through a different object. It wouldn't necessarily need a whole ship or fleet to appear to then send the signal forward. If they wanted to, if they were planning ahead, they could have sent something that would usually go under the radar, even if it was just something that appeared as a piece of scrap or some sort of, I don't know, satellite, anything of that sort of thing. Anything that could receive some sort of signal and also broadcast it. And then they could even have a better idea of the range that they could interrupt the signals from. So we could look into that. That's what I would do.
Yeah, makes sense. See, there's a reason I got you out here.
Okay, that was a little bit flattering. I'm enjoying myself, maybe 5% more.
So they make their way towards Central Witness 5. wherefore that may be.
Yeah, there's not necessarily a kiosk for access to the military and defense and automated replication NHP. That might be something that you have to reach out to via official military channels.
I'ma do it.
So that'd be more going back
That's
on the
what I
Savage
do.
21st, though.
Oh, well.
Oh.
What about the other one?
Zentar?
Yes.
I mean, they handle that. That would primarily probably be ship-to-ship stuff because that's autonomous transportation and like outer space traffic manager. Contacting. I mean, as long as you have like an Omni hook, you probably reach Centaur. Which is something that the crew of the Savage 21st would be able to procure for you and probably has set up somewhere in the perimeter here.
So, I guess we'll return to the Savage 21st for now to get our clearance and things.
Oh, are we going to do something after that? Like, leave it?
That depends on if there's a location for the actual Central Witness 5 for us to go to. Or whether or not they just hook us in.
Alright. I'm just saying, you're the one who said I needed more sun.
You
And I'm being taken away from
so
my
if
son.
you would like to, let's scope out the city. There was a skirmish reported about 10 blocks from here.
There's a certain curiosity that has been piqued. I do love being in other people's business. Yeah, okay, we can look.
So, to be clear, you are going beyond the wire here, so to speak?
Is the skirmish beyond the wire?
Yes. You guys do
Okay,
not control more than 10 city blocks.
That's all we got. Oh. Oh.
Maybe we should go as a collective.
Y'all are in a
Oh.
y'all are in a dry dock area that you've like embanked and placed around. We're talking about a sprawling city here.
But it sounds like we should go as a collective.
It sounds like fun.
Listen, I'm not here to tell you to not make stupid choices. Have fun.
No, Elena wouldn't fucking do it, just the two of them. But they could go walk the perimeter, I guess.
They could. Talon wouldn't have any gripes against it. At least I know.
You guys can certainly walk the defensive perimeter. There's, of course, combat teams in place. Some, automated turret systems. They're ready for a fight, but it's not like we're bristling with guns and looking to shoot something that flies by. Beyond the walls, I mean, it's quiet. There's occasionally a transport or two that will fly kind of and slow in, dropping off more people, or groups of folks will come on foot or via vehicle of some kind. There is, I mean, the most impressive thing is it seems like you're kind of set on a stretch that kind of just continues to go like a Broadway, just like a New York City style grid. Just this one line just keeps going straight for a while till you lose sight amidst trees and green space and just the horizon. It's very pretty beyond that.
I think if we're gonna
Anything
go
else?
further into the city, we need to have the team.
Why?
Don't know when a shooting's gonna break out.
Good point.
I expect shootings to break out at any point, anywhere. So.
Yeah, we kind of grew up in the hood, to be honest. You know, I'm just saying.
And that is why when you do things with your team. I know you aren't a fan of Reiji right now.
Who?
Yeah. And he deserved every word you yelled at him. I was outside the hangar.
Listen, I'm not gonna. It won't be something that disturbs the team or whatever. I just. Whatever. I'll do whatever you say. I have to
Tell him.
Well, no, my arm is freaking out. I need to fix my arm, obviously. You see, they like look at the prosthetic arm they have of nanites, and they sort of use the chain-like connectors that they have on one hand and connect it to their other one, and you can see it's almost like for a one moment while Talon was obviously getting like flustered and like trying to push away from the subject. It's almost like their arms are to like almost stop functioning. Like it started to move slower and like tense up like a muscle, but the tensing up then caused like the nanites inside them to almost like freeze up. And so they have to like, and then so they look at that and they sort of curse under their breath as they're like trying to get it working again. They're essentially doing like a mechanical massage of their arm. Let's see. Listen, you obviously know him better than I do now. So, I
actually don't. I barely know him. I met him on Spar. So I've only known him the number of weeks that we've been traveling on the Savage 21st and on planet. I don't know much about him.
Been like this for those weeks.
Not initially, but it started to get worse because well, I made a bad call and allowed him to continue to do it.
What do you mean?
You know about the nanites, right?
Do I know about the net? I do, right? I do?
Yes.
Yes. Okay.
You were there when I was pod floating, remember?
Right. Okay.
Shout out to pod
Pod float again for me real quick.
I got you.
Real quick, pop up, real quick. Thank you so much. um,
Um,
Talon like nods.
well, he used them to the point that he fused with virtue.
Oh.
So when virtue died, a part of him died. And he hasn't recovered.
Why connect? I mean, but why? Why were they connected like that?
It was just what those nanites did, and I have somebody looking into it
Who?
to see. And, well, in short, it's my brother getting access to a research facility on our behalf, trying to find something to help quell the nanites.
Okay, so he's like this because he feels like a part of him died. So what? Now he wants to throw the whole thing away.
Now he wants to kill what started it all. Minival. And any other god out there. And he's going to make himself a weapon to do it.
I guess that sounds like him.
I don't know why he didn't just talk to you. I think it's stupid. And I smacked him for it.
It was actually really nice to picture.
But he did tell me that he still really cares about you. Even if he's got a shitty way of showing it.
He doesn't care about me. Weapons don't care.
Thing is I think he's still holding on to a piece of humanity. I know because he's afraid of you leaving.
See, Talon leans back a little bit on their cane. Also, it's a cane, not crutch, as I said incorrectly earlier. On their cane. And seem to think for a moment. I think I spent far too much time looking for him to just leave now. Maybe it's out of spite. But part of me wants to be there when he finally can't go anymore. Maybe part of me wants to be there to learn how to mourn a weapon. Maybe part of me wants to see if he'll decide otherwise. Plus, it's not like I got anywhere better to be. Where I'm not gonna just leave. They'll just say go back.
You're all working to try to convince him out of whatever this mindset is. So if you're going to try, know you're not alone in it. And if you need somebody to talk to, if you can't go to him, then you can always come to me, or I'm sure Sin would be happy to as well.
You all are not nice, a lot nicer than I thought you would be. Thank you for that.
I learned the same thing. So it's nice.
Well, if he's so scared, and you all are at least willing to put up with me a little bit longer, I guess I can grace you all with my amazing presence just a little bit longer.
I'd be honored. I think it's about time we go check on Sim.
Right, what were they doing?
Sim.
Then why don't we
I
let's see
feel
what
like
you're
that's
up
a
to
place
real
to
quick.
break
then.
it.
Yeah.
No.
all right.
I think that's a good place to break it because I would love to do any rolls we have to do off screen.
Sure.
Because I think it's going to be kind of boring.
All right. In that case, folks, we're going to take a quick break here. Please, take care of yourselves, handle your liquids, as I'm always saying. Well, stick it right here. And make sure if you're in chat and other group raids, as they love to do when we're on break, you make sure you say hi. Beyond that, keep it locked right here. And Foxy, if you please take us to break. Well, hey there, folks. Hope you handled your liquids. Seems like there were some people who didn't do that in chat. There will be a discussion later. Anyway, we'll return with our heroes as Sim. Who exactly were you reaching out to get information in this way?
Okay, so I think what I do is I get in touch with the local, like, not the union group, but like the local logistics officers. That makes the most sense to me because they're gonna have a good sense of like locations that can be quickly secured and attached to the normal grid, so that the operating team for Aurora can get out of the city and like get somewhere secure enough that they can continue to do their job, which is ultimately going to help like the military operations by keeping those citizens like clear of danger, so that we're not having to fucking worry about ongoing evacuations, or at least we can reliably divert people around active combat zones. So let's call them like First Logistics Corps. That's who I got in touch with.
The Tremu First Logistics Corps. All right. Yeah. So, in short, the information they're able to provide you with is that there is obviously Tremu being a large city, as you know, with a large tourist population. There's always going to be vacancies between rental properties and rotating hotel styles. And now with the war, like with this war essentially in full swing, that has dramatically dropped a lot of the capacity that they once held to high esteem. So you have in short, you have buildings that have a high can handle a lot of power request on the grid. There are already hooked in. Aurora would probably already be built into a lot of their systems, as you would have an expectation of calls and services going in to Aurora from the clientele there. And to top it all off, of course, you'd note that they'd be very comfortable for people to remain in. So, setting that up, clearing a few floors, some office suites, would probably be their best guess at getting things done. While they're stretched, then they definitely agree. They want to keep combat zones as free and clear of civilians as possible, and so they're willing to continue to assist as much as they can with getting that set up, people move there, and doing what they can to beyond their standing orders.
I think the other thing that happens there then is I just tapped Inahara on comms to say like, hey, I'm trying to help with like ongoing civilian logistics. Is there anyone we can spare? Like a 4-member armed guard shift to help protect the logistics people for Aurora. Even if it's like 2 people, just to give them like a tiny security detail.
We're a little strapped in regards to available wings, but half of if we can ensure that we won't get shelled again or attacked within the near future, I'd love to be able to commit some resources to providing something for the city here.
Okay. Understood. Sounds like that's our next order of business at any rate. I'll get back to you about that, and I think I have a location that we can use, and Tremu Logistics is going to help us out with that when the time comes. And then I ping Aurora saying, I have something set up, and it's going to take a military operation or 2 to secure, but once it is, I will have your people somewhere safe so you can help civilians.
Yeah. You don't get an immediate response, though. Of course.
She knows I'm chill with that.
Mm-hmm. All right. So yes, you are then being reached out to by 2 other members of your group, I would assume.
Those 2? Bottom text?
Yeah. Elena and T, I would assume. Talon.
Hi.
How's the project working?
Well, as long as we can help secure a little bit more ground for the as long as we can help secure a little bit more ground so that there is a stable location for them to operate out of, I think I have found a couple of suitable buildings to transfer Aurora's logistics team to.
Good.
Where are you all?
Approaching your lead. And I imagine there's like a look around in a wave. Elena does not wave, but somebody does.
Sim, before she trots over to you, says, "Now we just have to convince Reiji that it's in everyone's best interest to play nice with Tremu until we can get the civilian situation in order. Easy!" And that's like round the corner. So
The
hangs
face
up.
that Elena makes from the you can see the face that Elena makes from a distance, like, like,
Here's the thing. I really want Sim to be awestruck and flabbergasted seeing Talon in anything less than like coveralls. So I like the idea that we round a corner.
Okay.
Yeah. And so that should be pretty easy. Hi.
Hi.
Sure is hot here.
It is very hot here, that is true. At least you're making a
She's
wish.
not remember, she's in like a bathing suit top and she tries pulling at her collar.
I think Talon they like tilt their head a little bit. I think they're looking sit up and down.
Elena, you immediately start getting like several text messages that are just saying, "Elena, help, help, help." Wasn't ready, help.
So we weren't able to get in contact with Central Witness 5 from here. We'll have to go back to the Savage 21st, which, it'll make it easier for us to regroup and decide next steps, whether we're going to continue to work with Tremu or go see if we can talk to some factions.
Oh, and she has to like close her eyes, and you can see her flushing. We
Snaps a quick picture, send to Reiji.
That's crazy.
Yep, and that's what we'll do. And internally, Sim is like, "Mimi, I need you to take over, please. Help, help, help." And Mimi's like, "Absolutely not, girl."
Loops arms. Come on.
Oh, okay, we're moving.
Sim is animated as like a half-inflated balloon, like bobbing along behind.
I will say, as we're like moving, at one point, I think Talon will like, when it seems that Sim is like not paying attention, or is like too deep in flustered land, Talon like will lean over to Elena and like very like quietly whisper like, "She's really pretty."
You should tell her that.
Your name is Sim?
Sorry, what was that?
Oh, she said, they said, your name is Sim? Is that your name?
Uh-huh, we've met.
I know. You're really pretty.
She turns several shades redder. There's the tea kettle whistling noise. You look great today.
Thank you. Oh, that's really nice. Thank you. You look really nice too. This the whole pool aesthetic. I think that's what that is. Yeah.
And all she can manage to get out is, yeah, it's hot.
See, the brain is working at full capacity.
Not the only thing, but okay, let's go.
Oh god. Would she even say anything back to Mimi? Probably something like, "You're not willing to help." If you're
Traitor.
unwilling to help, this will continue.
No. Watching you squirm is one of the joys of mine.
Flushed emoji, scrunchy face, squiggle emoji. Anyway. This continues as they go.
Absolutely.
And we get somewhere eventually.
We get somewhere.
Eventually, we are back on the Savage 21st, and Elena has texted Reiji, "Your wife and your best friend are complete messes."
You don't get a response, but it is red.
Classic getting left on red.
Your wife and your best friend are complete messes.
She's a little indignant about being left on red.
I also, just for consistency's sake, when Elena scooped her arm earlier, that didn't help.
No. But Elena's not wearing a bathing suit, so...
Elena doesn't have to wear a bathing suit to be a dom. It's a dynamic. You understand.
Another message to Reiji. Meeting, group room.
Yet again, left on red.
Does he show up?
Yes, I'll be there.
Okay, so she just guides this flustering mess and Talon into a briefing room. Sits them down.
Reiji is already there.
Don't tell
There
her
is at
you're
least
gonna
a...
debrief.
Oh, dear God. Reiji is already there in a
Doesn't say a
chair.
word.
There's at least like a semi haze of smoke in the room already.
I think it's like Talon is like smiling, and like it's hard to tell because like Talon tries to be like composed and like chill. They are very flustered as well in their own way. They're just not showing it.
I'm glad y'all are having a good time.
I'm sorry that we had they were both bottoms meme while you were gone.
The second they get in like the room and they see Reiji, I think that smile sort of like drops and they get more like serious again. They don't say anything else. They just sort of like give a nod, and then we'll sit down.
To just finish the animation sequence, Sim makes like the deflate. You know the sound that you make when you like pull the edges of a balloon as you deflate it, and then is like a little drawn as a little worm in Reiji's lap.
Reiji's lap.
Just a little worm. Would you still love me if I was a worm?
You know what? I would.
Oh yeah. Stay winning, never punished.
But yeah, I think Reiji sees you all slide back in, gives a low nod back, and just... So? Anything good?
it depends on what you think of as good. I don't think you're going to like my suggestion, but I think it will improve our situation.
All right. Let's hear it.
I think for the near term, we should play ball and expand the secured territory. Right now, there are a lot of civilians who are terrified and don't know what to do. And Aurora, the civilian NHP, is having a really hard time directing them properly. If we can get her team to a secure area, then we have an NHP who is somewhat indebted to us and who isn't necessarily aligned with Tremu military forces, but we can also start making a meaningful impact on the lives of individual civilians in the city.
So you want me to play nice with that asshole general for now?
Doesn't have to be forever, but this is a moment where our interests are aligned, and the best thing for the people who are most at risk is being nice.
If it saves lives and ends this faster, I won't argue. Anything else?
Still talking about trying to access Central Witness 5 to see about what happened with that radar.
Question we all want answers to.
I'll just have to talk to Inahara about seeing if we can get clearance.
Shiplad's got a built-in Omni hook. We should just do it.
They might not recognize us as ranking. Was that an issue? Sorry. I tuned out momentarily before.
Yeah, like... we could use an Omni hook to access Centaur, but not... Centaur, but not Central Witness 5 was the thought that I had.
So we need
Is
ranking
that correct,
credentials.
Dirk?
Rather, getting in touch with Central Witness 5 is not as simple as, like, yes, let me access like, talking to Aurora Blaze is, there's kiosk booths for that sort of thing. There's, like, little interactive things for you to ask questions of your local, tourist Clippy. Zentaur could be contacted for reasons of scheduling, like, travel and things. Central Witness 5 being military is why he was advising on the in a military role. It doesn't make it impossible for y'all. You all are a military group. Like, you are part of the Union government.
If we need officer credentials, we have them.
Yeah.
And what a cute officer we have.
Turns his eye away a bit, but there is a tiny flush of pink on his cheek.
Talon smiles for like a second.
Nahara's hands are full
And
with
then, of
repairs
course,
right now. Alright, go ahead.
And then, of course, there was also Inahara's suggestion of trying to talk to faction and see if we can get some kind of level ground.
Alright then. This sounds weird coming from me, but a plan. We kill two birds with one stone. If General wants to link up with our front somewhere, or create a push or our safety zone somewhere around here, then we can do that for Aurora, while also trying to make contact with whatever factions we can out there. We can do both of those at the same time. We head to whatever point Sim wants to make safe for Aurora, lock that down and establish it, wait for reinforcements. From there, we push into the gray, see who we can find. If they talk to us, we talk. If they shoot, we kill them.
something I
Alright.
can agree to.
Yeah, sure, sounds good.
Then that just leaves our defensive NHP and questions about those dropships. So, anyone got an Omni Hook on hand?
Always. And Sim says, "I'll be back in 5." And she scuttles down the hall. She checks briefly on how Old Lace Mark II is printing, and then scuttles back with an Omni Hook.
Right. Yeah, easy enough to set up.
When you come back, you see Talon raises their hand a little bit, like there's like a little screen that they've been messing with this entire meeting, and on the screen you see it has like a little timer, and it still has like 1 minute left, and they sort of show like where the timer like stopped, and then they give like a thumbs up.
I hate cardio. And she starts setting up the Omni Hook. So,
Yeah,
are we
I
just
mean,
playing
it's simple.
Dial a Hardened Military System? I'm happy to do it. They might not like. I wonder if they have a forwarding port. Maybe that's what I'll try first.
Just get me a line. Whatever flack we end up catching, I'll deal with later.
All right. Ready, spaghetti, let's go. So Omni Hook plugged into a short throw 3D projector, Star Wars style. She war dials is probably the most accurate term for what I'm trying to do, but
I love that.
we're just gonna probe ports in likely spots with a handle that says, "Hey, we're from Union. We're trying to make contact with Central Witness 5 for purposes of information sharing. Here's our credential list. You can cross-reference it with this set of rotating security ciphers that are on the Savage 21st. You know, standard internet security shit."
Yeah. The connection goes through. Ah, bonjour, mon ami. The brave forces that remove that bombard group from the area. It is good to be in contact once again.
There is like an immediate straightening of the back and like shifting of the shoulders somewhat, and like a settling on his face. The Reiji who speaks is not any Reiji any of you recognize in the slightest. There is like a difference in his tone that doesn't seem recognizable at all. He just perfectly crisp and calm. This is Ensign Reiji Tamir Draz adds of the Union's ship LNS BS 12427 Savage 21st. Commander of Cavalry Troop Valkyrie. Wants special military permissions and operational data.
Ah, such manners too. Oh, well, I would be more than happy to answer any questions you have and provide what data I am capable of giving.
Trio of dropships such a perimeter in sectors 42, 47, and 43. They should have been caught way earlier by sensors and weren't. I need to know why.
I agree. It is a oversight of a grand degree. It would have to be some sort of jam or, well, internal attack that was orchestrated along with the dropships deploying. I am
Have the rebels ever shown that
investigating my
capability
own.
before?
I would not put it past the rebel forces now that they are topside to have
Not
more
what I asked.
advanced capabilities. Sorry, I couldn't fully hear what you asked.
Have the rebels ever experienced? Have the rebels ever shown this capability before?
I mean, in the tunnels, it is not impossible to mask signals. It could be that technology again.
Easy
It
answer.
is not unheard of in the lower campaign that was lost. That we were unable to estimate troop numbers due to this technology not being as obvious.
He'll turn his head somewhat. Can you log any access to your entry points data software or overrides anywhere within an hour, within at least 3 hours before the attack?
Oh, well, suddenly, before the attack, I was not access overridden or anything. I run autonomously for the most part. Of course, taking orders from those above me in the chain of command, but any such logs would, of course, be kept within my code.
Talon is going to write something down. They take like a small piece of paper from their jacket pocket and write something down, and they just sort of throw it in front of Reishi. um and on the piece of paper it has you should ask if there was any other sort of metals or unknown objects detected before the attack. Not necessarily ships, but something smaller.
There is like a quick flash of the working eye back over to Talon, and a slow nod. Give me other context, anomalies, anything metal or anything else thing that seems that can't be easily registered in your database, up to and including 6 hours before and after the attack.
Metals detected in the air. Nothing jumps out. Standard trafficking and movement as detected by our orbital guns and dry dock. Basic movement of refugee ships. The only thing that jumped out would be your ship making dock with Zentar, but of course that was logged almost immediately. IFF was, of course, turned in your favor.
No anomalies. Jamming tech we haven't had a record of before. Something's not adding up.
I
You said
am,
the
of
orders you
course,
take are
still
for-
investigating. I'm, of course, still investigating the error that this occurred in. You understand, we are not taking this lying down, no? The enemy was able to pass off bad information, so countermeasures must be prepared.
You said you had people above you in the chain of command. List them.
Well, of course, there is General Sandri. There is his Union contacts above him in the Navy. There are other planetary governors who have not been in contact as of late, given many of their departures from the planet. Though some do remain nearby at the Union station.
All right, Turk. I have a question I need to ask you. Or I guess I need to see if I can get something from him, and I'm willing to roll something if I gotta roll something for him.
Mhm.
I would like to try to convince him to route. He said he's investigating what happened with the with the ship being missed. I would like it if any information he gets on that could come to me first. I recognize that's kind of breaking military hierarchy, but I'm willing to put the gas on if I gotta.
This is going to be incredibly
Try it again.
difficult. What's up?
I said say pseudo first and try it again.
True. I've got a +4 in take control.
You can attempt it.
Tables.
But I want to tell you right now, like, it's going to be a high attempt. It's not just a 10.
I I mean, I don't. Unless does anybody think of anything else that I should probably do here? I don't know. I don't like. Don't let out of character. Don't let
I
me just
mean,
be the idiot here.
I've got pull rank again.
True.
I have
Would that be
hack and
more
fix.
effective? Would any of those be more effective? Kirk?
I mean, pull rank wouldn't work because you are actually less of a rank
Rude.
uh,
Okay.
than what you are attempting to get information about. So going through the formal military procedure here, I think it would just truly like have to be trying to threaten this NHP or like cajole them like, hey, you
I
need to
mean,
send me this information, providing a strong reason for
take
them to be
control
like,
is,
yeah, sure.
use force, violence, presence of will, or direct action to take control of something.
Yeah. Now, I want to let you know, even attempting to strong arm a computer system like Central Witness 5 in this way might damage your relations with Trimu Defense Forces.
I
I
should
think this
probably
is a bad
not do
idea,
that.
and you are probably not going to have a good enough role, no matter what you do, to crack a hardened system by being mean.
Then I will not do it.
I mean, hey, I'm saying that it is unlikely to succeed, but I am not telling you not to step on that rake.
I mean, yeah, but we also did just say we were trying to play that to these guys for the sake of getting some shit done, and I don't want to
If we
directly
want to do
immediately
that
fuck that.
later, I'm down.
Yeah, I'm
You know
down.
what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
I'll hold that card for now. Then that's fine. Then yeah, I'm sorry. I feel like this is weird, given how like directed I was trying to be in the scene, but I don't actually know what else I could do to gain here.
I think what you can say is like, even if it doesn't come to you first, you can put in the request and say, I would like to be like part of the priority queue for this information, and if possible, be moved up the line, in accordance with like need to know basis.
Okay. All right. Okay. I can do that. All right, let me. Okay.
I got you, boo.
Captain Inahara is Union contact with for forces operating with the Trimo Defense Forces. He's busy with repairs on the ship. I can liaise with him at my pleasure. So, if you'd like, I request to be included on that list of people who are allowed to be a part of your reports, specifically involving the incident with the missing contacts.
Yeah. If you'd like to make a roll.
Yeah, I'm gonna do take control because I have been wanting to use this tag for a while.
I believe in you.
I don't know why I'm adding a d6. I don't need that. Off the table. That's not bad. That's a 14 on the die. I got a 4, so that's an 18 total.
18 so yeah. I will be more than happy to provide you with the outcome of my searches. I am working with very well trained technicians to scrub through all access, and if anyone has even left a smallest fingerprint over my little gray cells, they will be found out.
All right. I think he'll just kind of look around at the rest of the group and just. You missing anything?
I just want to confirm one of the things that they had said was that there was a possible internal attack.
I think he had said that that was one of the possibilities, like that would align with what they had known so far.
Yeah, over the table, I'm trying to confirm that.
So it's more like, yeah, I'm trying to figure out who manipulated that data, but it wasn't a logged like interaction essentially. Given that everything is logged, formally, it would be somebody with the capacity to cover up access to the systems, and with an interest in keeping those ships hidden. Um,
I don't have anything at the moment.
Talon will write on another piece of paper, curls it up in a ball and throws it at Rage again. um, it says, would it be possible to have a... Hold on, let me think of how I want to word this. Actually, y'all can help me. Essentially, Talon is wanting to ask, if there's a way that the people who have a higher rank enough to mess with things internally like that, if there is a way to have a record of where they were, like if there's sort of like a sign in, sign out type point, if we can have a record of such a thing.
Yeah, actually, I think that makes enough sense. Kind of like asking for like if there are any registered accesses from like people above his station.
Yes, yes. Like if they have sort of like a schedule of that day when people were clocking in and out, essentially.
I think I fuck with that.
And who they were.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I got you. Yeah, I think, again, another slow nod, and also clear, like, sigh to be like, why are you throwing shit at me? Reggie will then be like, while we're at it, a running list of every sign-in and access point you've had from soldiers above your station. If you could include at least the last day or two in that, and also keep that a running tab sent to our OmniNet, sent to our OmniHook, I'd appreciate.
I will do my best to compile it. There is not much interaction at this point to make a note of, but of course, I am more than happy to assist our brothers in arms in the Union forces.
Appreciate it. I think we're done here.
Very well. I wish you the best of luck in all your endeavors, and hope we may speak again, and, or at the very least, meet one another on the field of battle. As allies, of course.
I think he'll just kind of like slowly shake his head a little bit, as if trying to clear away a bit of a headache.
Nice job. That's just kind of quietly to the side.
Had to be done. Figured it was gonna keep us moving faster through it if I stopped bullshitting about it and just got right to the point. Hate to say it, but this position comes with some grease sometimes. Look,
How's the fog doing?
been mostly stable recently. Still hazy, still flashes sometimes, but you're gonna hate that I'm saying this, but I've only really had one time where I felt like I was mostly perfectly clear.
It's either when you were fighting or when I...
Were you good to say or when I slapped you?
I was gonna say it was either in the mech or when she slapped him. It was one of the two.
Listen. Certainly felt something in that moment. That's not important right now. Anyway, back in character.
Yeah.
Well, we didn't get much of a lead, but we got information at least. We'll touch back in on that whenever we have any information on what that breach was. This whole thing still stinks to me.
Well, for now, all we can do is move forward with our plan.
Agreed. We get whatever point Aurora Blaze needs cleared first, and we step out in the gray. See what we can find. How soon can you all be suited up?
Sim, like, looks to the side, pinging internally the ship systems. Looks like the last parts are coming online for Old Lace in just a few minutes. I could be ready to go in 15 or 20.
Done.
Talon doesn't say anything. They just get up to leave.
You two will excuse me. And he's gonna, like, get up. And
Who's
start
you
walk.
two?
Sim and Elena, since Talon is leaving.
Is he going after Talon?
Yes.
Okay, then Sim is going to give him space. Not that flamboyantly, but you know.
Oh, don't worry. It's not for anything extended, because I'm not in a space to actually give you closure yet. Sorry. But
Yeah, that's crazy.
but I think like he will like take up and like I think he like catches the Talon at first and like tries to like extend his right hand to like catch your shoulder, but then of course that arm doesn't move, so just other arm just like hand on shoulder.
They stop.
When we get back from this, we should talk. I owe you an apology. Several, but when we get back. So make sure I get back alive. Yeah?
If we get back.
I don't deal in ifs. You should already know that.
I do. But I've had to work with them for years.
Take as much time as you need to get ready. I'll see you in the hangar.
You see, they this entire time they keep their back turned to Reiji. And they go to walk away again. But then I think they stop. They turn and they go to give him a hug very quickly.
I think it's like
It's a
one of
very
those,
quick hug. It's nothing I extended.
I think it's the kind of thing where like Talon turns around and Ray just goes, "You're gonna hit me, Victoria, already." And like quiet for a moment, and then like goes to like hug them back, but they pull back before he can like fully put his arm around them, and just slow nod, turns and lets you walk away.
Hey Meg, can I pose Elena and Sim for a second?
Yes.
Okay, so I imagine like Elena's doing like the crossed arms leaned back on like the door frame a little ways down, and Sim is like peeled around the corner looking with like the big watery eyes.
Oh.
Reggie mentions that Victoria already hit him, and she's like, "Oh yeah, sorry, I hit your husband."
It's okay, I thought about doing it too.
Everybody hates Rage.
This physical violence against your commanding officer is grounds for a court-martial, I'll have you all know. Luckily for you assholes,
Playing a
I hate
dangerous
doing
game.
Luckily for you assholes, I hate doing paperwork.
You would make me do my
Court-martial.
paperwork for my own court martial.
Exactly.
I'll show you a court martial when I'm done with you.
I hardly know Marshall.
Brought it up. So he brought it back. First chick of the night.
Perfect. Beautiful.
Oh God. All right. Well, if no one else has any other scenes, my squad mates have been very mean to me, and I'd like to go talk to my wife.
Yay!
Walks out.
I think he'll just like. I don't think actually think he walks all the way back into the room. I think he's like walking past the door and just like leans over with good hand, takes Sim's hand, and keeps walking down the hallway.
I'm glad you made up with Talon, or at least started.
Yeah, I'm bad at these kind of things. You know that.
You've been better, but it's okay that it doesn't come easy.
We're
worried about you, all three of us.
I know.
4 of us, okay, Mimi.
And he kind of like smiles a bit and just, okay, that one comes as a shock, I'll be honest.
Does Mimi want to chime in?
It would be disadvantageous to have Sim distracted by your untimely death.
No argument here. Look,
And go for it. Sorry.
I can't seem to get my head on straight. Nothing makes sense and everything gets hazier the more I think about it. The only thing that's ever clear, is all of you. I don't want to lose any of you. I just don't. I don't know how to say it without looking like an idiot.
You know how there are NHPs named and styled after gods from myth?
Most of them, at least.
Ancient human history. But pieces of that kind of myth echo through time. And one of the things that is true in a lot of myths is that fighting your destiny often brings it about in disastrous turns. I believe that you're seeing scary, terrifying visions. And it's okay to be scared, Reiji. But if your idea of protecting us is pushing us away and making yourself the primary target for the people who would hurt us, to me, that sounds like an excellent way to see one of us get stabbed in the back. We need to work as a team. And you are a leader. So we need you with us and trusting us. And we trust you. Otherwise, all of this, and she gestures at the ship, but also it's clear that she's including like the fighting, the journey that they're on to find Yinaval. It falls apart.
He suddenly stops walking and like the hand holding hers clutches it a little bit tighter. Then he kind of turns around and just pulls her into his one functional arm. Love you.
I love you too. And then, if it's cool, they smooch.
Yeah, that seems pretty appropriate, I feel like.
Yeah.
Which, like, fun fact, this is, like, I think our first actual, like, on-screen kiss with
It's
them.
the first on-screen screen smooch. I realized that a while ago.
Yeah, like, we've, like, implied several smooches, but, like, this is their actual first on-screen kiss. You're welcome, audience.
It's hard being this hot. For your benefit. No, it's not. We take it easy.
And we'll keep doing it. God damn it. That's all I got. We can go
Okay.
blow shit up now.
Is it time?
Dun, dun, dun.
It's never not been time, gang.
So, of course, as you all are getting ready to pop up in Ahara, we'll chime in over comms. Can I at least get a heading or objective for your journey out there?
Them, talk to the man.
And she'll upload a few of the like possible target areas where there were aiming to secure. We're going to link up with some of the general's forces and try to expand the safe area, specifically so that we can do what I was saying to you earlier. Find a place for Aurora Blaze to house their staff so that evacuations can move more smoothly, and we can help divert civilians away from combat zones. After that, we're going to head into the Gray and see if there's anyone we can make contact with to preserve a safe zone for civilian exfiltration.
That's about
Is
the
it
shape of it.
exfiltration if it's civilian? I don't know.
Yeah.
Cool. All of that is signed with a cute sim smiley emoji with a big thumbs up.
It's the sim eating pancake skip again.
No, it's not sim eating pancakes. She wouldn't send that one to Inhara. If he's seen it, it's by accident.
Understood. I mean, frankly, as soon as you're beyond the walls here, you're in the Gray, so as long as you're aware of that.
We'll stay on our toes.
If you run into anyone while you're clearing the area, please, of course, send them back here, providing escort if possible. Beyond that, I'll relay your stated objectives to the General. You might just make his day.
Well, whether we do or not.
Also, plugging you all in to the provided surveillance as far as we can get from Aurora Blaze's surviving camera systems. That should give you a better idea of the types of who might be out there while you're navigating. And as always, make it back in one piece. At the very least, something we can flash clone.
You heard the captain. Don't shoot first, but make sure you shoot last.
In that case, is everyone rolling out? Any last thoughts, comments, concerns, scenes to explore?
Shooting last should not be a problem, as I have 2 Vorpal guns on this new build. Thought about doing 3.
In that case, the walls of the gate of the fortification will kind of open enough that you can all begin moving your, getting your mechs out beyond the wall. It is touching a little late to start a full mission, so how do we feel about guiding ourselves into a ending here, as I can show you what you're going to be dealing with at the very least.
You got
Information.
Oh, shit! It's the tunnels again.
It's always the tunnels. So you should all be able to view yourselves as well as small views on some cameras. The data you're getting is not, of course, not perfect, but it will, of course, give you a massive leg up for the time being. Things of note. In addition to getting occasional glances of, unidentified mechs in the area operating and moving about, under that camera, something potentially horrific to one of you. It is a mobile press crew who seem to be
Shit.
covering the war zone here. They are, of course, in a kind of like protected. Honestly, it's funny that you posted the circular Gundam earlier, because the role, that's a very, imagine that, but instead of a series of cameras out and around it. Basically like a deep sea submarine for exploration purposes, but just floating and providing coverage.
Cross-posting to show chat for anybody who's interested.
Also,
But
you called it a Gundam like it's not the mobile armor that won the war. How dare you?
I'm so sorry. But that being said, you will naturally begin to hear like, we're patching you into TDF comms. General's greenlit his forces to begin pushing out as well. And as the cheery voice of Central Witness 5 cuts in, greetings, mon ami. It has been entirely too long, no? I have designated an area for you to ensure is clear of the vile scum that is our foe. To clear it out and ensure a safe and wondrous military campaign, we will be providing you with an additional arm of our scout force. So be on the lookout for Specialist Makno. I am providing her location to you now. And I'll put them on token layer and
Just for future reference.
Yeah.
If you're referring to a group of people, it's Mesame.
Oh. I don't know French.
Man of many accents, 0 languages.
I barely even know English.
That's so real.
Alright. So, vision and boop-a-doop-a-doop. Okay. With that in place, and our forces now gathering, getting a chance to look things over, I think that is where we're going to call this session for the evening. We are going to have to give our players a nice long time to strategize, theorize, and harmonize on the best way to take down as many of these baddies as I've had hidden around here on the map. In our dubious tunnels, as they are called. Though in this case, you are moving through heavy city streets with large buildings in and around you. That being said, it has of course been an incredible joy to sit back and watch my players be incredible. Well, I get to basically say nothing. So I'm once again sheltered by the incredible crew I've created. So in that vein, I would love for you all to go around the horn and tell the people who you are, who you're playing tonight, and where they find more of the exceptional work you put out into the world, starting, of course, with Philly's finest, Foxy.
What's up, gang? I'm Young Foxy, aka Big Foxy, also known as your favorite Fox Phillies finest. And today, I got to play Ensign Reiji Tamir Draz Ads, who is, of course, our intrepid commanding officer and a man on the galaxy's largest crash out arc. I got yelled at a lot this session, but it was all in the service of character growth. So I'm looking really forward to character growth and also killing lots of people. I mean, what? But in any case, it's been incredible. If you're looking for me, I'm all on the internet at Young Foxy. It's YUNGFOXXII with an underscore in the middle. This place you're going to see me is right back here this Thursday for the returning episode of Steel and Arbor, our lovely little Humblewood adventure. And if you're not hanging around enough for that, then please make sure that you join us right here next Wednesday for the premiere of our Black History Month charity event. It's in fact It's his Divinity side story. Join us not for mecha combat, but instead for fleet-scale action and the drama of war with his Divinity, Humanity's Precipice. It's gonna be a banger, gang. Don't miss it. See you there. Mwah.
That would bring us over to the secret one controlling all the minds of Symbiosis at Z. That would be Legendary Vermin.
Everybody, I'm Legendary Vermin, and you can find me as Legendary Vermin on all the places on the internet that matter. That includes Itch, Twitch, the Blueski, probably your favorite video game, YouTube, all sorts of places. That's where I am. That's who I am. That's how we do it. I, as I said, played Symbiosis ads, our local NHP specialist, and weapons enthusiast. Very excited to poke holes in all of the mechs that Turk made next time. You can catch all of the role-playing that I'm doing at the moment right here on Neon Knights Roleplay. There's a forthcoming announcement of something quite exciting. I don't know if we've said anything about it yet, so I'm gonna leave it at that. But yeah, you'll have a new cool thing to watch me in very soon. Fingers crossed. You should also check out my games on itch.io. I am so grateful to have all of you here. Tonight was so fun. Thanks again to Flack Obama for all of the sub donations that we got tonight. Like, that's crazy. You went off. Big kisses. Mwah, mwah, mwah.
That naturally would flow us straight in to Meg Mysteria.
Hello, it is me, Meg and/or Meg Mysteria, and I got to play Elena Victoria, our second in command, who is constantly fixing her commander's problems. But as far as where you can find me as Meg Mysteria on Twitch, on Itch, on Twitter, on Blue Sky. Most anywhere else. It's a secret if you want to find me on Instagram or TikTok. But as far as what's coming up for me, the next thing is probably going to be our next installment of Alien Typhon on the 21st. Our crew has woken up from cryosleep and encountered danger like they haven't seen before, so we're gonna find out how they handle it.
And last but certainly not least, it's not just T, it's Danny.
I like that. That was a good one. Hello, it's me, Danny's Corner, or otherwise known as T, just T Talon. I have had a wonderful time playing with my friends and playing my little nerd that is sad, and I think we've all learned a very valuable lesson here today, folks, and it is that you should never revolve your life around a man.
You can't even argue with that, Foxy. Like, come on.
I'm just feeling attacked, that's all, you know?
Thank you all so much. Love you, Foxy.
It is.
Thank you all so much. I actually don't think I have anything else. Oh wait, you should follow me on Twitter at Animated Pizza, and everywhere else at some iteration of Danny's Corner. Instagram is _ Danny's Corner _. My Twitch and YouTube, that is just Danny's Corner, where I will be now. Actually, I'm going to be doing lives every day on my Twitch, so you can check me out over there, and I post all of my lives segmented in different like segments and whatever I'm doing onto my VOD channel. So yeah, I hope you had a good night, and I appreciate your face. Turk got it.
I understand things. But that's up to me. I am Turk or Turk accented. Or am I? And I have been your GM for the evening. Of course, Always honored. If you want to see more of what I do, you keep it locked here into Neon Lights Roleplay, where I will be GMing more of this game, as well as Oathsworn Odyssey the Dragonlords. That is a vast departure in theme, but certainly not in team quality. So, very good times to be had. That being said, thank you all so much for being here with us, for being as awesome as y'all are with subs, donations, just hanging out in the chat. Any way you support this channel and the people who are on it is just a treat. So keep doing that. Keep it locked in, and come join our Discord if you haven't already. If you're catching this on YouTube or on some playback. That all being said, thank you all so much. Keep fighting the good fight out there, more so now than ever. And stick around for the raid. Otherwise than that, Foxy, just take us out.